Okay, this is the second episode of our series, How to Buy a House. In this episode, we're going to educate ourselves about the current real estate market. So, a couple of things I wanted to go over. Homeowners have a 40 times greater net worth than renters do. So, to me, that's screaming everybody go buy a house or two or three. So, 40 times, that's a lot. One thing that your realtor will go over with you is if it is a buyer's market, a seller's market, or a neutral market. Generally, a seller's market means less than 6 months of inventory. A neutral market is between 6 and 7 months of inventory, and a buyer's market is greater than 7 months of inventory. It changes all the time. So for instance, today is November the 24th, and this is the previous month, actually the previous 12 months of rolling activity. So what you want to pay attention to on this slide is the price point and the months of inventory column. So you can see this is the Greenville MLS for the last 12 months. And for instance, in the 4 to 450 range, there's 5 months worth of inventory. So if you go back to the previous slide, that tells us we are still in a seller's market in that price point. When you get on down to 650 to 700, there's 7 months of inventory. So at that point, you're more at a neutral market. You don't get to a buyer's market right now until you're over $1 million. So I can tell you for a long time, between that 600 plus, it was a buyer's market. But inventory, there hadn't been as many houses coming on the market, and the ones that were there were being absorbed. So that talks about the supply and demand. Spartanburg MLS, we've done the same thing with. So again, educating yourself about the market is helpful to get you in the mindset of if you're going to be competing with other properties and other buyers for a certain property that you like. We'll talk about that in another episode. Make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.